I'm not gay, and I am a cheerleader.
The stigma.
Sometimes those two sentences don't particularly go together.
Right.
I'm a cheerleader, I'm not gay.
No.
Are you sure?
Let's go!
Look at them shorts, dog.
Woo! Yep.
What's up?
They're back. They're back in style.
Yeah. So, guys, welcome to Rodney Hood Talks. I'm Rodney. This is Lisa V. What's up?
What up?
Hey, you get to see, look at these shorts, dude. And this is all leading up to, folks, just so you know, and so you know, this is all leading up to the outrage of the gay male cheerleaders in the NFL.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, that's what we're here to discuss.
Right.
This is just our opinions on what I think and what I went through personally as a male cheerleader. Mm-hmm. Hey, who better to know what it's like to be a male cheerleader than a male cheerleader?
You're a first responder.
I am a first responder. So here's this gentleman right here, and take a listen.
This is why high school boys should consider being a cheerleader in college. My name is Ammon, and I'm a cheerleader at BYU. Now in high school, I played football, I wrestled, I lifted, and I did track and field. Now I did cheer a little bit in high school just so I can get a free trip to Disneyland. But never did I ever consider that I would be a cheerleader in college. I love football so much. My dream was to always play college football. Now this is my advice to you. If you play a sport in high school and you want to play in college, do everything in your power to try to make that possible. Go live your dream. With that being said, do not discount being a cheerleader. Here's why. I played 2 years of football at a junior college, and then I transitioned into cheer. And let me tell you, it has been one of the funnest things because now I'm able to technically be a Division I athlete. I'm on the sideline for all the home football games. I travel the country to most of the away football games. I'm right on the court to all the home basketball games. I get to mingle with all the other athletes. I get a lift in the student athlete weight room. Depending on where you go, you can get some of your tuition paid for. And you get gear from your school. BYU is a Nike school, so I have a lot of Nike gear. And I still get to be part of the team aspect. And the other boys on the team are some of my closest friends. And if you've seen videos, stunting is super fun and super impressive. Follow me to learn more about being a Division I cheerleader.
Yeah, he's banging all of them.
Look, odds are that guy's not banging her or anybody else on the cheerleading squad, but he's also not banging a dude.
Right. No, he's not. He's corn-fed.
That guy's not banging a dude. If he is, God help that man. And I hope this guy's a bottom, because otherwise that's a whole nother element of physics that we're not going to talk about. Now, not all of them, a couple of them, although he doesn't seem like a dog. See, I was a dog. You put me in a situation, you put a dog in a situation like that, because all I saw were opportunities. As soon as he said, you get to hang out with all the girls all the time on the cheerleading squad, I'm like, wow. Okay, so I've already been dating high school cheerleaders in high school. Now I get to go to college and hang out with college cheerleaders. And I was terrible in high school, just a CD and half, I could say it now, half retarded classes is what I was in. I just never studied, and my head was out the window. I remember a teacher telling my dad, I think he has a problem paying attention. My dad's like, well, maybe you're not giving him anything to pay attention to in class, which is, pretty much. I mean, certain people's minds work. Now they just put everybody on medication. But so I had gotten into that school, not for my ACT score, because it wasn't even a 16, because this guy knew the guy that was head of the dental technology department at Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. For those of you who don't know, Carbondale, back then at 36,000 students, it was voted by Playboy magazine one year as the top party school in the country. We had these huge outdoor festivals. So it was like right up my alley, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care what I'm going to college for, but my stepfather and my stepfather agreed to pay for my college if I went for something. I wanted to go to school for theater. They said no. I said, how about dental technology? There I am a year later. So that summer I had went down, because I was going to junior college already. I had went down to get an apartment and to look at places, and I ran into a guy from my hometown, Eric Warner, War Dog. Shout out if you watch this. I'll make sure you see it. And he actually was down there. I believe he was already on the cheerleading squad, and he was telling me about it and how I should try out for the cheerleading, to be a men cheerleader. And I was like, come on, bro, are you serious? He's like, dude, trust me. And bear in mind, this guy was an incredible high school football player, but not a Division I football player, but definitely a Division I cheerleader. So he's like, hey, you got to go out. Trust me, you get to hang out with these hot chicks all the time. We have practice every day. You're with them all the time. You go to away games. You're staying in the same hotels as them. You're hanging out with them all the time.
Right.
So right up my alley, right?
Yeah.
So I go out. I actually make the cheerleading squad. I can remember telling my dad, you're never going to believe this, but I'm a cheerleader. And, in college. Now you got to understand, my dad's a boomer. He's He's a biker. He's a former Marine. He's a hillbilly from West Virginia, and it's the 80s. And he's like, "You're a what?" And I said, "A cheerleader." All he's picturing is girls at a high school basketball game dancing around with pom-poms and a skirt. That's what he's picturing me as. No, you don't understand. It's guys that actually throw up the girls over their head and stunt. Look, just come to a game and you'll figure it out. Came to a football game, and as you can see, basically spend most of your time throwing girls over your head, and you hang out with them again all the time. I'm not going to say how many of them I slept with, but it was more than one and less than 4.
Wow.
So, but anyways.
Do the math.
So, yeah, is there math in there?
No.
So, long story short is, I had the time of my life. Plus, you got a grade for it. That was the only thing that helped my GPA. And we had access to the same trainers and the same, as the football and basketball players, we had basically, plus you got courtside seats and field side seats, right next to the football games. So it's just a really fun experience. I eventually got burnt out of it and wanted to be in my friends drinking in the sidelines versus being out there. Mostly, again, we did stunts, we rah-rahed, and we did a couple arm movements and tried to be as stiff as possible, not too gay.
Right.
So that's my whole point to this. Is we had to overcome, like with my father, a certain sense of, I'm not gay and I am a cheerleader.
The stigma.
Sometimes those two sentences don't particularly go together.
Right.
I'm a cheerleader, I'm not gay.
Right.
Are you sure? I mean, have we checked all the boxes? Yes.
You're suppressing
like girls,
it.
don't like men, not gay. So, again, I don't have an issue with gay people at all. It's just being lumped, and now I understand what it feels like to be lumped into a situation that you're not involved in. So I spent, a large portion of my life defending my heterosexual cheerleading. But what I'm saying is, it did come up from time to time, which the guy is a complete beast, and he's throwing a girl over his head with ease, right?
Yeah.
And of course, you did have to have smaller girls.
Yes.
In
spinners.
Yeah, spinners is a good word for it. Now, I won't say any names, but I did have one of the heavier girls on my squad, so I did struggle a little bit. It's none of these girls that are in these pictures, by the way. So just so they know if they watch this, it's none of you. I won't say who it is, but you guys know who it is. But
you know who you are.
She was just heavier than the average cheerleader. High school cheerleader all day long, yes.
Right.
Backflips, back handsprings, yes, you could do that, but throwing them over your head. In my fraternity, all of the cheerleaders on our squad were ATOs, Alpha Tau Omega. So immediately that I knew I was pledging, I was that house, because that was all the male cheerleaders. But this being said, now with the controversy of the gay men in the NFL, more importantly, the Minnesota Vikings.
Right.
Now,
they're Vikings.
Look, I don't know what's going on up there in Minnesota. I was just in Wisconsin last week, rained the whole time, was in Madison, saw a lot of homeless people. It was different than the last time I was there, but still pretty much Madison. But Minnesota, what is going on up there? I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that. But the cheerleader thing, look, I've dated from high school to college to pro. I've dated a Lovabulls cheerleader, and I've also dated a former Suns cheerleader. So, I mean, I've ran the gamut on cheerleaders, and I was a cheerleader. But what they're doing right now, and I'm just simply saying, from a man's point of view as a straight cheerleader, what these guys are doing isn't cheerleading. As far as what they're doing to me is they're on the dance team. They're a pom-pom girl.
Right. Yeah. I think that they're not dancing, they're prancing. And it's unfortunate.
It's not that they're prancing or dancing. It's the fact that they're not doing traditional male roles in cheerleading, which is fine, but the NFL ain't ready for that right now is what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, they shouldn't. They should have their own routine if they're going to do it. They don't need to dance like the girls. That's why I mean prancing.
I get it. So from your point of view, when you see it, what goes through your head? Because I'm a guy, I'm just like, I really don't want to watch. I mean, it's almost like something I had to watch. I couldn't look away because I wanted to see how closely they emulated the moves of the girl dancers, and they do, man. They know it. Well. They got the hair flicks and the arms and everything. It's almost like you're watching a chick, but a dude.
Right? Yeah, they should have their own routines. If they're gonna do it, they should have their own shit.
So meaning what?
Like have your own. There's only one though, right?
No, there's two, and the Rams now have 7, I believe, and they even let go some of the girl cheerleaders. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the women are gonna lose their minds.
No, they won't. It's LA. They probably loved it. They probably have posters of them.
The Raiders are in Vegas now.
No, I'm talking about the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Yeah. Oh well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's your girl power.
That's too
There's
bad.
your girl power.
They have no business.
Yeah, they just booted you right out.
They did.
Now, I don't know that to be a 100% fact, but
Ooh,
I did read that somewhere, or I heard it on.
Well, I mean, I think the football players are going to be upset.
I don't think the football players give a shit.
Well, they like to bang the cheerleaders.
No, they don't.
Oh, come on. They're right there.
They don't bang the cheerleaders, I'm telling you. I have a story for you.
All right, let's do this.
And this involves a lovable cheerleader, Jody. Still friends with her, Facebook friends. Adorable girl, great person, and a great dancer, and was a Bulls cheerleader. We got set up. We went out on a date, went to a club over in Wicker Park and danced all night, and I could actually dance a little bit. Hey, I was a college cheerleader.
You should be.
Yeah, right. And she was a Bulls cheerleader at the time. Had a fabulous time. So I'm dating her at the time of Michael Jordan.
Oh, the best
Dennis
era.
Rodman.
Yes.
Pippen. And God, you name it. It was like during the time where you could go out on a Monday night, and if there was a Bulls game on, the bars would be packed. On a Monday night or a Monday afternoon. It wouldn't even matter. To see Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen play, and especially hometown games.
Yeah.
So she's cheering. I'm watching the game. I'm dating another girl at the same time. I was in my 20s. This is what guys do in their 20s. I'm out with that girl at a bar, watching my girlfriend at the Bulls game on the sidelines cheering for the Bulls. Dennis Rodman goes flying out of bounds for a loose ball. Who's he land on? Jody, my girlfriend at the time, who I had, the other girlfriend I was with, and all my friends knew that. They saw her and they were like, oh. And I'm like, damn. And my girlfriend at the time, she's like, what? Why is everybody? I'm like, not that it's nothing. Anyways, long story.
They just feel bad for her.
Yeah. So after that, Dennis Rodman had came over to her. Or actually, when he landed on her, he had said something. He whispered something to her. And after the game, one of the reporters came up and asked her, what did Dennis Rodman whisper to you? And she said, oh, just something like, sorry, baby, are you okay? I hope you're okay. Cool. A week goes by or whatever. We're out. I go out. See, again, I'm out with Bulls cheerleaders, a group of Bulls cheerleaders. And I'm like one of maybe two dudes. I mean, I lived a pretty awesome life.
Yeah, God.
So, of course, I probably looked like the gay guy that was hanging out with the Bulls cheerleaders. But anyways, we're out. We go to this bar called Crowbar. She doesn't remember this. I've told her this story, but I know it happened. And Crowbar is a bar that Dennis Rodman hung out in all the time. So there he is. He's over at the bar. I don't remember it like it was yesterday. I remember exactly where he was at the bar, and I remember he had a big group of people around him. He's bellied up, big rainbow of people. And she goes, oh my God, Dennis Rodman's here. I'm like, yeah. And all the girls are like, oh my God, we got to go say hi. And she's like, I'm going to tell him he owes me a drink for falling on top of me. I go, no, you should totally not do that. A, that's Dennis Rodman. And B, that's Dennis Rodman.
Right.
He's not going to react the same way you think in your head he's going to react.
Probably not. Oh, right? No.
She's going to do it. It doesn't matter what I say. I'm about a good 5 people behind as she approaches Dennis Rodman at the bar. I'm standing far enough back that there's absolutely no way he can punch me from this distance.
He's got quite the reach.
Look, I know. That's why I was 5 people back. I'm 6'4", he's 6'8". He's probably got 7'2" wingspan.
Right.
So he could probably get me from the door.
Probably.
That's about how far away I was when I watch her. She taps him on the shoulder. He turns around, he says, can I help you? She's like, yeah, I think you owe me a drink. He said, why would I owe you a drink? She's like, I'm a Bulls cheerleader. You don't remember diving out of bounds and landing on top of me? He's like, oh, yeah. Let me get you a drink. Turns around, picks up a drink off the bar, and dumps it on her fucking head. Swear to God.
Oh, great guy.
Cross my heart, hope to die.
Great guy.
I'm like, then I breached the distance and grabbed her. Let's go. go.
No wonder she doesn't
She's
remember.
like, how that guy? Yeah.
She blocked that out.
It happened right in front of me.
Poor
so,
thing.
all right, guys, listen. Once again, this is Rodney Hood Talks. I'm Rodney, and this is Lisa. Peace, guys. And remember, God loves you, and so do we.
We do.
Sort of. Later.